Allow pa, dear friends. My name is Xavier, and you're watching Oh God Guide Me. Today, I am joined by Melanie, and we are going to find out what drew her to the Baha'i faith and the teachings of Baha'u'llah. So, hi, Melanie. How are you today?
Hi, I'm really good, thank you.
Wonderful. So, what led you to the Baha'i teachings? How did you find out about them? How did you hear about it?
I think it was like 10 years ago, something like that, or like 12 years ago.
Hmm.
I was sleeping with two friends after watching a horror movie, and we were really scared. And one of my friends says, "Okay, I know a prayer, so maybe it can help us to be like more calm and stuff." So she said, "Oh God, guide me, protect me, make of me a shining light." And I was like, okay, that's really cool, and it really helped me.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I think 2 years after or 1 year after, I met a girl in my class, and she was Bahai. And after that, we became friends, and I started going to the youth group.
Oh, okay, cool. Very
So
cool.
that's how I met the Bahai faith.
Wonderful. So, you met her was that in high school or university?
It was middle school, like I think I was 14.
Oh, middle school. Okay,
Yeah,
14.
yeah,
Very cool. Very cool. Nice. A good age to learn about it.
yeah, really
Um,
good.
so how long did it take you before you declared?
A long time ago,
Long.
like a long time ago, I was like, okay, the Baha'i faith is really good for me. And so when I was a child, like no teenager, in
Hmm.
the youth group, we went to Nowruz, and like with the youth group, and we made a show, like dancing show. And like during that time, there was a prayer, like singing prayer. And at that time, I felt all my body like, wow, that's so cool. and and that time I said, okay, when I will be 18, I don't know why, I will be Baha'i. And so then I became 18, and I didn't assume, so I waited till I was 20, so it took like 10 years
Few
nearly,
years,
or
yeah.
15
So
years.
that's good. That's good that you took the time to really
Mm,
discover that that was what you truly wanted, or truly understood it. You know, you didn't just rush into it without any real good
yeah.
foundation. So it sounded like you have a really good, strong foundation in the faith.
But I think in my heart I was already Baha'i, because when I like signed the card, it didn't change so many things for me. Like inside of me, it was already that for like,
Oh yeah. So you already felt that way, and then just making
yeah,
the official, it was like, this is nothing.
yeah,
I'm already here.
not nothing, because I could go to pilgrimage, for example,
Uh-huh.
but yeah.
All right. Have you been on pilgrimage yet?
Only like I went twice in visits, not the 9 days, but the like 3 days.
Oh wow, very
Here
cool.
is the pictures of the pilgrimage.
Yeah, you see the temple, the
Yeah,
Shrine of the Bob,
the
the Lotus
shrine. Yeah,
Temple, and all that.
yeah, and yeah. So like I went with the community, like the community of Grenoble, where I live in France.
Okay,
So it
so
was really, really, really good.
very cool. So in Grenoble,
Yeah, in
that's fun
Grenoble,
to say.
Grenoble.
Grenoble. Well, awesome. That's awesome. So, um, what did you have any struggles as you became a Baha'i? Anything you had to change about your life that the teachings brought?
Like I think when I became Baha'i, it didn't bring any troubles, because it was troubles that I already had before. So I wouldn't say the Baha'i like declaration brought me some troubles, but like the hardest for me was to tell my family I became Baha'i, even though they knew
Hmm.
I was going to the youth group when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But it was for the bicentenary, like it was around that time that I was like, okay, I want to invite them to share with them like how it's really important for me. And so I just tell them with an email, because I wasn't like, I was not sure, you
Went
know.
with the email route. Yeah, I've heard that before.
It was really long email, but it was
Hmm.
an email, so
And were
yeah.
they supportive of that choice?
My grandmother, yes, because she's Christian and yeah, she believes in God, and for her, it doesn't mind if you're a Christian, Muslim, and like anything.
Mm-hmm.
So my grandmother, yeah, one of my grandfather also. That was really wow. I didn't think, but yeah,
Very
and
cool.
he even wanted to come to the bicentenary. So yeah, that's it. And then the rest of the family didn't want to talk much about it. So I respect that, and I try to not talk like about that when I'm in family, because it's really hard for me and it's hard for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that family unity is very important
Yeah,
in the Baha'i teachings. That family
mhm.
unity, to be together and not to cause contention or strife,
Yeah, exactly.
is very important, and you recognize that. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, what do you do? What do you do now? Now that do you go to school or do you work?
Yeah, right now I'm like studying and going like to work. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm studying in France, we call that special needs youth social worker.
Oh, okay.
It's really specialized. But it's like it can be with children, with youth, with adults, with people in the street that don't have place to live. Like it can be with all the people who needs help
What
for
a
life.
wonderful job. What a wonderful
Yeah,
experience that must
I
be.
love it. So I'm still studying that. I'm in my last year of studying, and at the same time I work in that also.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So that's really great. What Baha'i activities are you involved in there?
So I'm in Grenoble, in that city, in the neighborhood. We are like some families or like youth in like really small area.
Okay.
And 3 years ago or 4 years ago, we started to have like activities there. So I was first children class animator for 1 year with another guy, and now I'm a youth group animator with another girl. We are two.
Wonderful.
And I started animating Ruhi book 1 and 3 for my youth group also, because they are doing
Hmm.
youth group and at the same time Ruhi for some of them. And I also did Ruhi book 1, 2, 3, and just finished the 4 like 2 days ago. So I need
Wow.
to
So you
keep
got you
going.
got a grip of them under your belt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One, two, three, and
And
four.
yeah, and in the neighborhood, we decided to have like two people who kind of prepare the nucleus meeting, like when we meet and about what we talk, to make like the activities they keep going and they
Oh,
grow,
okay.
So
Yeah.
I have to prepare that sometimes with another guy.
That's good that you've got those activities going on, and that's what
Mhm.
really, that's what brings people to the faith, is those actions and teaching the children, not the teachings
Yeah.
of Baha'u'llah, but the virtues and the compassion that goes along with those.
Yeah, and what I really love is that in the neighborhood we don't have like we have only the youth like me that are Bahai or in one family,
Hmm.
but all the participants they are not Bahai, and I really love it because it shows like the diversity, like
Hmm.
cultural diversity and religion diversity, and I really love it.
That's really wonderful. That diversity, and that's the essence of the teachings, is the oneness or the unity in diversity,
Mm.
and bringing all these different backgrounds and cultures and religions and together, and in a loving, caring environment. And that's wonderful that you're part of that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
um, what is so that's a really good aspect of the faith. What do you think is one of the most important aspects of the faith to you, or the
Mm,
most, the teachings or views or something?
okay, there are two for me.
Hmm.
The first is an aspect that helped me a lot to develop myself. So I think it's why it's really important to me. Is the fact that the Baha'i faith has a really good vision of youth and what society doesn't have sometimes, and that's why like when I was youth I was struggling between the vision of society and between the vision of the Baha'i faith, but
Uh,
my heart didn't struggle, it went directly to the Baha'i faith for that.
yeah,
And
that's wonderful, because
yeah,
youth in any country, no matter where you live, youth are put under a lot of stress, a lot of a lot of different forces pulling them,
Mhm.
telling them where to go or what to do, and you found that lodestone, that anchor in the teachings of Baha'u'llah.
Yeah. And as a teenager, it really helps me to develop my potential, my quality, and like to believe in me, because when you are a teenager, you don't really know like how to believe in you, and you don't really
Uh,
know what you have inside. And the Baha'i faith, like the vision of the Baha'i faith with the youth, helped me to develop myself. So I really think that when we are with youth, we should like tell them their qualities, and we should tell them like how they can use their qualities in society, even if it's not easy. So
yeah,
that's my
yeah.
first point.
It can definitely be difficult, but that's so important. Is one of the quotes is from the Baha'i faith is speaking about God. I knew my love for thee, therefore I created thee. And
Mm,
we were created because He loved us. And if we can recognize that, if everybody can recognize how significant we are individually and globally, it would really improve a lot of lives and a lot of people's experiences with other people.
yeah, true. That's true.
Well, that's wonderful. Um, and so that's that's really the essence. You've nailed it.
And yeah, I would like to add something, is that I just
Please.
realized like some months ago, that when I became Bahai, I got like when I signed the card,
Hmm.
I got really excited about sharing the faith, and because before I was not talking much about it, and then I became really excited about sharing with friends, and yeah. But I really realized that there is a quote, but I don't have it in mind, that says that acts are more important than talking.
Let deeds, not words, be your
Uh-huh.
accounting. Yes,
This
I
one.
love that one.
And for me, it's like it's still a fighting for me, because I really want to share like everything about the Baha'i faith, but sometimes I realize I'm not applying them like perfectly or really good.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, maybe I should not tell it, but try to show it more.
That's a that's perfect. Yeah, that's a really good realization. It's like
Mhm. But it's hard,
everybody.
but yeah, working
Yeah,
on it.
we all grow and advance, but then actually getting out there and physically helping your community clean up,
Mm-mm.
or little small things, teaching the children's classes, those little things that really build up and improve a community.
Yeah.
And that's great. So that's wonderful. Um, so that was Melanie from Grenoble.
Grenoble, yeah.
Grenoble. One. uh, uh, I don't speak French, so that was wonderful to have you here. I hope you guys really enjoyed listening to her story. Um, if you'd like, I think you're a part of the Baha'i Faith of Grenoble, the Facebook group. Um,
Mhm.
we'll leave that. Excuse me. We'll leave that link in the description if you guys want to check that out. For the French speakers, I assume it's generally mostly French.
Yes.
Yeah. So for those French speakers, there's something for you. And again, thank you for joining us and being on the show. We'd love to have you back sometime.
Thank you so much.
You're
It
very
was a
welcome. And
pleasure.
thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed them. I really hope you enjoyed the show and the rest of the videos as well. Please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Goodbye.